It's hard to believe it's been over 20 years since Spider-Man 2002 changed superhero movies forever. The film didn't just break box office records, it defined a generation of fans and turned its cast into global names overnight. But 2 decades later, many are asking the same question: where are they now? Some actors went on to massive Hollywood success. Some took unexpected career turns, and others sadly passed away, leaving behind unforgettable legacies. From Tobey Maguire and Willem Dafoe to Kirsten Dunst and the supporting cast, their journeys after Spider-Man are full of surprises. In this video, we'll reveal what really happened to the stars of Spider-Man 2002, who is still in Hollywood, who reinvented themselves, and the shocking updates you may not have heard before in 2026. Warm-hearted, determined, and remarkably relatable, Tobey Maguire became the defining face of a superhero generation through his unforgettable portrayal of Peter Parker in Spider-Man. At just 27 years old when the first film premiered in 2002, Maguire brought an authenticity to the role that resonated with audiences of all ages. He perfectly captured Peter Parker's everyday struggles, juggling family responsibilities, friendships, love, and personal sacrifice while carrying the immense burden of being Spider-Man. What made Maguire's performance so memorable was not just the action or special effects, but the humanity he brought to the character. His emotional depth allowed viewers to connect with Peter Parker as an ordinary young man facing extraordinary challenges. That sincerity helped transform Spider-Man into more than a blockbuster superhero film, setting a new standard for the genre and paving the way for the modern superhero era. More than 2 decades later, Maguire's Spider-Man remains a beloved cultural icon. Following the trilogy's success, he appeared in acclaimed films including Brothers The Great Gatsby and Pawn Sacrifice. In 2021, he delighted longtime fans by returning as Spider-Man in Spider-Man No Way Home, a nostalgic and widely celebrated moment that reunited generations of moviegoers and reminded audiences why his version of the character continues to hold such a special place in their hearts. Charismatic, conflicted, and emotionally complex, James Franco brought remarkable depth to the role of Harry Osborn, Peter Parker's closest friend and the son of the powerful yet troubled Norman Osborn. Just 24 years old when Spider-Man premiered in 2002, Franco delivered a nuanced performance that captured Harry's struggle between loyalty, ambition, friendship, and the desire to earn his father's approval. Throughout the trilogy, Harry evolved from a likable young man into one of the story's most tragic and compelling figures. His complicated bond with Peter Parker, combined with the emotional scars left by his relationship with Norman, created some of the franchise's most memorable dramatic moments. Franco's ability to portray vulnerability, resentment, and ultimately redemption gave the character a depth rarely seen in supporting roles within superhero films of that era. For many fans, Harry's journey remains one of the emotional cornerstones of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy. Following his success in the franchise, Franco went on to build an impressive and diverse career, starring in acclaimed films such as Pineapple Express Milk, 127 Hours, and The Disaster Artist. Beyond acting, he also explored writing, directing, and producing, establishing himself as one of Hollywood's most versatile creative talents of his generation. Intense, magnetic, and impossible to forget, Willem Dafoe delivered what many fans still consider one of the greatest villain performances in superhero movie history as Norman Osborn, better known as the Green Goblin. At 47 years old when Spider-Man premiered in 2002, Dafoe brought extraordinary depth to the character, blending intelligence, ambition, vulnerability, and menace into a truly unforgettable antagonist. What made his performance so remarkable was the way he portrayed both sides of Norman Osborn's fractured personality. One moment, he was a devoted father seeking the best for his son Harry. The next, he transformed into the ruthless and unpredictable Green Goblin. That duality gave the character a tragic dimension rarely seen in comic book villains at the time. Every confrontation with Spider-Man carried emotional weight, helping establish one of the most iconic hero versus villain rivalries ever put on screen. More than 2 decades later, Dafoe's Green Goblin remains a fan favorite and a benchmark for future superhero antagonists. Since Spider-Man Dafoe has continued to earn widespread acclaim through acclaimed performances in films such as The Florida Project, At Eternity's Gate, The Lighthouse, and Poor Things. In 2021, he thrilled audiences by reprising the Green Goblin in Spider-Man No Way Home, delivering a powerful performance that reminded viewers why the character remains so legendary. Gentle, wise, and deeply compassionate, Cliff Robertson brought tremendous heart to the role of Uncle Ben Parker in Spider-Man. At 79 years old when the film was released in 2002, the veteran actor delivered a warm and memorable performance that helped establish the emotional foundation of Peter Parker's story. Though his screen time was relatively brief, Robertson's presence left a lasting impact on audiences and became one of the most important elements of the film. As Uncle Ben, he embodied the values of honesty, responsibility, and selflessness that would ultimately guide Peter throughout his life. His famous lesson, "With great power comes great responsibility," became the moral centerpiece of the Spider-Man franchise and one of the most enduring lines in superhero movie history. Robertson's sincerity and natural warmth made the character feel authentic, ensuring that Uncle Ben's influence remained powerful long after his final scene. Sadly, Cliff Robertson passed away on September 10, 2011, one day after his 88th birthday. Long before introducing a new generation to Uncle Ben, he had already enjoyed a distinguished Hollywood career spanning decades. His Academy Award-winning performance in Charlie cemented his place among the industry's finest actors, while memorable appearances in films such as PT 109 and 3 Days of the Condor further showcased his remarkable talent and versatility. Bold, outspoken, and endlessly entertaining J.K. Simmons delivered a performance as J. Jonah Jameson that has become one of the most beloved portrayals in comic book movie history. At 47 years old when Spider-Man premiered in 2002, Simmons brought explosive energy, impeccable comedic timing, and a larger-than-life personality to the demanding editor of the Daily Bugle. With his booming voice, relentless pursuit of headlines, and constant criticism of Spider-Man, Jameson quickly became a fan favorite. What could have been a simple comic relief character was elevated by Simmons into one of the franchise's most memorable figures. Whether barking orders at his staff or launching into another rant about the city's masked hero, he stole nearly every scene he appeared in. His performance was so perfectly matched to the character that many fans and critics still consider it one of the most accurate comic book-to-screen castings ever made. Today, J.K. Simmons is 71 years old and remains one of Hollywood's most respected character actors. Following Spider-Man, he earned widespread acclaim for numerous film and television roles, including his Academy Award-winning performance in Whiplash. He has also impressed audiences in projects such as Counterpart and Invincible, while delighting Marvel fans through several celebrated returns as J. Jonah Jameson, proving that some roles simply cannot be recast. Gentle, compassionate, and full of quiet strength, Rosemary Harris brought warmth and authenticity to the role of Aunt May Parker in Spider-Man. At 75 years old when the film premiered in 2002, Harris delivered a heartfelt performance that perfectly captured the love, wisdom, and resilience that defined Peter Parker's beloved aunt. Amid the film's thrilling action sequences and groundbreaking visual effects, Harris provided an emotional anchor that kept the story grounded. Her scenes with Peter Parker were among the trilogy's most touching moments, reflecting the deep bond between aunt and nephew. Through her calm presence and genuine sincerity, she portrayed Aunt May as both a source of comfort and a symbol of unwavering moral strength. Her performance helped audiences understand the values that shaped Peter into the hero he would become. Long before joining the Spider-Man franchise, Rosemary Harris had already earned widespread acclaim as one of the most respected actresses of her generation. With an accomplished career spanning stage, film, and television, she received numerous honors, including a Tony Award and an Academy Award nomination. As of 2026, Harris is 98 years old. Following the Spider-Man trilogy, she continued making select appearances while adding to a remarkable legacy that has entertained audiences for more than 7 decades. Confident, athletic, and full of charisma, Joe Manganiello brought memorable energy to the role of Flash Thompson in Spider-Man. At 26 years old, when the film premiered in 2002, he perfectly captured the swagger and arrogance of Peter Parker's high school rival, creating a character that fans instantly recognized from the comic books. Although Flash appeared in only a handful of scenes, his rivalry with Peter helped establish the young hero's underdog journey. Their memorable confrontation remains one of the film's most satisfying early moments, and Manganiello's strong screen presence ensured the character left a lasting impression on audiences. Today, Joe Manganiello is 49 years old. Following Spider-Man, he went on to achieve international recognition through popular projects such as True Blood and Magic Mike, while also appearing as Deathstroke in DC productions. Over the years, he has built a successful career as an actor, producer, writer, and television personality, becoming one of Hollywood's most recognizable leading men. Calm, dependable, and quietly authoritative, Bill Nunn brought warmth and authenticity to the role of Robbie Robertson, the respected editor at the Daily Bugle. At 49 years old, when Spider-Man premiered in 2002, Nunn delivered a grounded performance that perfectly complemented the chaotic energy of the newsroom. While J. Jonah Jameson often stole attention with his loud personality and relentless pursuit of headlines, Robbie served as the steady voice of reason. His professionalism, wisdom, and calm demeanor helped create a believable workplace environment for Peter Parker and added depth to many of the film's newsroom scenes. Though never the loudest character on screen, Robertson's presence was an important part of what made the Daily Bugle feel authentic. Sadly, Bill Nunn passed away on September 24, 2016, at the age of 62. Beyond Spider-Man, he enjoyed a distinguished career with memorable roles in Do the Right Thing, New Jack City, and Sister Act, as well as several acclaimed collaborations with filmmaker Spike Lee, earning the respect of audiences and fellow actors alike. Professional, authoritative, and instantly believable in executive roles, Jerry Becker brought credibility and experience to the character of Maximilian Fargus in Spider-Man. At 51 years old, when the film premiered in 2002, Becker helped add realism to the corporate and scientific world surrounding Norman Osborn and Oscorp. Although his role was relatively small, his performance contributed to the grounded atmosphere that helped make Spider-Man feel believable despite its larger-than-life superhero story. Becker's calm screen presence and attention to detail reflected the qualities that made him a respected character actor throughout his career. Long before appearing in Spider-Man, Becker had built an impressive resume across film and television. Audiences may also remember him from productions such as Law and Order Hackers, 13 Days, and numerous television dramas spanning several decades. Known for his reliability and professionalism, he became a familiar face to viewers across multiple generations. Sadly, Jerry Becker passed away on April 13, 2019, at the age of 68, leaving behind a career marked by consistency, talent, and dedication to his craft. Distinguished, authoritative, and commanding Jack Betts brought credibility and gravitas to the role of Henry Balkan, one of Oscorp's influential board members in Spider-Man. At 73 years old, when the film premiered in 2002, Betts delivered a memorable performance despite limited screen time. His confrontation with Norman Osborn played a pivotal role in setting in motion one of the story's most important events, proving that even smaller characters could leave a lasting impact. By the time he joined the Spider-Man cast, Betts was already a highly respected veteran actor with a career spanning more than 5 decades. Audiences had seen him across film, television, theater, and numerous spaghetti westerns, where he became especially popular under the stage name Hunt Powers. Sadly, Jack Betts passed away on June 19, 2025, at the age of 96. Throughout his remarkable career, he appeared in productions such as Batman Forever Friends and several popular daytime television dramas, leaving behind a legacy of professionalism, versatility, and enduring screen presence.
Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed this video, please support us by hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. It really means a lot to us.